Carolina Steel fabrication facility was donated to the Nussbaum Center by Jimmy Clark, D.H. Griffin, and David Griffin. Our big challenge is they've allowed us this offer for a limited time to take the building down at no cost, and so we need to either decide that we're going to receive that gift or not. So this was one of the main fabrication facilities here. There's a 20-ton crane there in the center, or actually I think that's a 10-ton. There's a 20-ton above us. In the first section that we came in, there are 3 20-ton cranes. This is the main water fire line. So this distributes water throughout the building. They had fire hose stations throughout that you'd pull the hose out. There are some challenges with that particular site. It's 9 acres. It's 225,000 square feet under roof, so it is massive. It has 20-foot, 30-foot, and 40-foot high ceilings, clear span ceilings. So subdividing it creates a challenge because trying to develop or build a 40-foot tall subdividing wall is not ideal. There's some dirt floors in there. About 60% of the flooring is concrete. 40% is dirt floors. So that creates some problem that some manufacturers won't utilize a dirt floor, so we'll have to concrete some more. It has all the electricity you could possibly need. It has city water and sewer, so that's a significant benefit. It does have a rail spur, which is a very unique asset to have, but not many companies need a rail spur anymore. I actually see quite a few different ideas coming together in this space, one of which is some very interesting office type environment that would be very rustic and industrial looking, that would potentially have a glass wall that you would be able to overlook into the rest of the manufacturing space so that you would have an office environment but looking over some manufacturing. And then we also see some manufacturing going on in that parts of that building, that heavy industry zoned property for entrepreneurs at an affordable rate is not in a great supply, so it really provides an opportunity for the entrepreneurs that we serve in the manufacturing environment that we've not had capabilities to in the past. And then 2 other ideas that kind of work together is a brewery. It's an ideal location set up for a brewery, and then putting a destination type restaurant associated with that brewery, I think would really pull those 4 different segments together and make it a very interesting destination location. This is dirt here, and the reason being that it's dirt is because if they drop steel, it would bust your eardrums. It's rained over the last couple of days, and you can see for the most part the area is dry. Now, there are some spots that you'll see some water, so for the most part the roof is intact, but some patching would be necessary. Alrighty, so we're now in the oldest section of the building. This was built in 1914, so it's 100 years old. There's 2 10-ton cranes here and a 5-ton crane there. This is one of the rail lines here, but the main rail line's up where that big window is. Like this whole back section right there would be great for kitchen space because we have water, we have sewer. It's a self-contained area, so you could very easily do a kitchen space over there. And the trick would be make small little bays, like 200 square foot bays. Obviously, we would love to have Natty Green's brewery because they're looking currently at expansion. I think that they would be a perfect fit. Greensboro grown brand. The challenge, obviously, is they have a restaurant a mile from here, so them putting a restaurant right next door might not make a whole lot of sense. But Stone Brewing is also looking for a facility that's about the size that we have available. So they would be a good fit, and the Greensboro Partnership's economic development arm has reached out to Stone Brewing and provided information on that space. And then a third concept of breweries was to maybe even put together a brewery incubator so that we would overbuild it for, say, Natty Green's, that they would use it for a number of days out of the week, and then it would be available for other microbreweries to be able to use the same bottling equipment, same vats, et cetera, so that not only do we support Natty Green's, but also some of the other locally homegrown breweries that are really trying to make a foothold. So there has to be something that we can do here. That's the piece for me, is we have to figure out something